your first time on the channel, because this is only one of my first videos. I think it's my second video. I'm shooting the first three at the same time because they're three movies that I like and wanted to talk about. What you gonna do? But live your life on a whim, you know? Yeah. But anyway, if this is your first time on the channel, what I'm trying to do, at least right now, is talk about some movies I like. I'll summarize the movie for the first part of the video, and I'm gonna add triggers that are themed around the movie. And then I'm gonna give my quick little opinion at the end of the movie, and maybe spend some extra time with triggers only at the end. That's not going to be every video, but some of them it will be. Anyway, hope you enjoy chatting about Blink Twice. I don't know where to hold my phone so I can read my notes for this. There we go. That's more out of the way. Okay, the movie begins with Frida. Frida is an animal-themed nail artist who's struggling to make ends meet with her friend and roommate, Jess. They're working on a special, exclusive cocktail event, or not on it, they're working it. Gonna be the good little tuxedoed waitresses and stuff you see in movies carrying plates of little snacks around. But it's this exclusive fancy event, and while there she runs into, we're talking Frida by the way, runs into billionaire tech mogul Slater King. It's a pretty badass comic book character kind of name. You know you're bad if your name's Slater King, right? That's just like, how is it not that? I don't know. He's extremely handsome though, and he's mega famous, and he's recently stepped down as CEO of his company, King Tech. Kind of shocking that's not a real name for a company. It's just as stupid to be one. Anyway, he stepped down from CEO of King Tech because of unspecified abuses of power. At the end of the event, Frida and King are making goo-goo eyes at each other. He's about to leave, but then, last minute, he invites Frida and Jess to join him and a group of other friends that appear to be hanging out at the party, some men and some other women, to join them on his private island. They say yes. Upon arrival on the island, King's assistant Stacy confiscates everyone's phones. We learn that the others on this trip include friends and business partners, a photographer named Vic, a private chef named Cody, DJ Tom, and a recent college graduate, a whiz-kid type named Lucas. Out of the AFAB guests, there's Frida, Jess, Sarah, who has won Survivor multiple times in this universe, and an app developer named Camilla, and her lawyer/stoner friend named Heather. The women are treated with lavish perfumes. Little bottles containing a scent that they wear each morning, and somehow everyone's creepily provided clothes that already fit their measurements. The whole party is treated to such a chill time. Days by the pool and on the island, homemade gourmet food and tons of hallucinogenic drugs every night. Ooh. Gotta shift my knees, cause they are sore. Oh. say Chris and crust apple sauce so much, you know? Anyway, during one of these nights of partying, Jess is bitten by a snake on the island, and a while later tells Frida that she wants to leave. Frida is having a blast and wants to stay. The next day, the men go out fishing, and Frida discovers a creepy room with all these identical red bags inside. She runs into a native woman on the island who works as a maid. They've had some interactions before, but this time the woman holds out a green bottle of some kind of liquid to Frida, who takes a sip, only realizing after that she has just drunk snake venom. A short while after drinking the venom, Frida starts to have flashes of memories. These memories are strange and disturbing, and then she realizes that her friend Jess is no longer there and has gone missing entirely. Frida is flipping out a bit, but she's got a good noggin, so she starts investigating. None of the other women seem to remember Jess, and then as Frida investigates more, she discovers that there's an indigenous flower on this island that can be synthesized to wipe people's memories. This flower has been incorporated into their drinks, drugs, but most of all, their perfume that they put on each morning. Frida finds the woman who won Survivor, Sarah, and convinces her to drink the snake venom, sure that it's She is sure that it is the antidote to their perfume drug situation. It appears to work, and they appear to get some of their memories back. So Sarah and Frida then sneak the venom into the other two women's drinks, so they'll start to remember too. The men return from fishing right as Frida and Sarah are growing most paranoid. Frida secretly looks for their confiscated phones, but there's no service available when she finds them. Then she comes across gruesome photos of violence against them that she doesn't recall. Suddenly, her memories start to fully return, and she learns that these men have been sexually assaulting all of the women every night. But they can't remember due to the drug. It becomes clear that these red bags are gift bags of this drugged perfume so that Slater King can invite his creepy guests to visit, attack his women guests, then take the perfume home with them to prey on others in their private lives. As the day wanes, the other two women start to remember the horrors they've been through as well, and violence breaks out. They successfully kill two of the men and paralyze another. Frida then gets killed by King's security guy, but Sarah saves her by bashing that guy's head in with a rock. Pretty dope. With most of the creeps down, Frida and Sarah are the only two surviving women left. King is holed up in one of the villas, but Frida gets in. King manages to subdue and bind her as Sarah shoots at the door to bust its lock. But then everyone can hear that Sarah runs out of bullets, so King runs outside to find Sarah. He returns with Sarah still alive, and it's revealed that Frida has actually been on this island several times before, but has been made to forget every time. King takes a hit of his vape, and then he goes to kill Sarah, but suddenly he backs away from the scene in horror, looking around him at the bodies, knocking over some candles and starting a little accidental fire. Turns out that Frida had made it out of her binds and put the perfume in King's vape, so now he is feeling the effect of those memory-wiping drugs. Frida reveals that she has managed to do all of this, and King doesn't know what to do, and he passes out. Frida and Sarah take outside and let the villa burn. Sarah asks Frida if she knows what she's doing. A year later, we come to an exclusive fundraiser event, much like the beginning, where we see that Frida is now Frida King, married to Slater King. She is the new CEO of King Tech, and he has become her faithful lapdog, perpetually dazed like a golden retriever on his own memory-wiping drug. It's a pretty badass flick. I'm a fan. There aren't a lot of new action-y thriller movies that I think really hit home in a good way. And what I like about this one is the direction it goes, and that it has a more hopeful, or at least satisfying ending. Too many thriller movies always end with the protagonist living, but now miserable after a sea of death. And it's kind of nice to see the protagonist not only survive, but also literally come out on top. It's refreshing, it's well acted, it's engaging, it's not scary, but it's thrilling, it's conceptually scary, but it's not done up in a way that's grotesque or gratuitous, I guess is the right word. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this movie 2 big thumbs up. Yeah, them be my opinions. And now, I'd like you to enjoy some triggers without my annoying movie talk. Just kidding. I know you wouldn't have made it this far if you hated it. So thanks for sticking around. And here's a few of those movie-themed triggers. Just to help you relax. Dukakis.